Hey Smauglings, what is happening? This is going to be the review for The Monkey, directed by Osgood Perkins and starring Theo James, Tatiana Maslany, and a whole host of other great actors that I can't possibly list because there's so many of them, and some that are quite a nice surprise, so I don't want to ruin too many of the casting choices for this film, as some of them are generally surprising. I also want to mention as well that there was a great short horror film that was shown before my screening of this film, and that was called The Return of James Vincent, and it's a great short 5-minute horror film that's done by another Welsh lad, so I want to give support to him because it was really good, and I always applaud people for following their passions and making art in any way that they can, and it was great. And I want to give a shout out to him. I'll link his details below because it was really good, and I didn't expect to see it in the screening, so I want to give support to the Welsh lad that made a great little short horror film. The film begins with a man who tries to return a drum playing toy monkey. This is no ordinary toy monkey. This is a monkey that leaves death in its wake every time he plays the drums. So that is what happens in the particular shop that the man is in. The shopkeeper is killed by the monkey, and it's done very creatively, and that's the premise of the film, is that this monkey that is a toy is an insane serial killer, and that's the basic premise of this film, is that this toy monkey is causing all this death, and it's hard to get away from it. So the man tries to get rid of the toy monkey, and he leaves his family, wants nothing to do with it. And this monkey has magical abilities, so he appears in the home of the sons of the man. So the sons then have the toy monkey, and they play around with it, and we follow their lives with this curse and this burden that is hanging around them that they cannot get rid of, and how it affects all those around them. Osgood Perkins definitely has an eye for horror, and I wasn't the biggest fan of Longlegs, and it's not due to him at all. It's actually due to Nicolas Cage's performance. I just thought he ruined the film, and I like Nicolas Cage, but his performance was so odd, absurd, and it really took me out of the film, and I could not ignore it, unfortunately, because I think if you had another actor playing that role, it would have been amazing. But I did not like Longlegs as much as everybody else because of that, which is quite unfortunate. But I will say that this is a great, fun horror film, and I really enjoyed The Monkey. I thought it was a very smart and witty black comedy within the horror genre, and it doesn't seem like we get as many horror comedies these days, and this is one that I found quite refreshing, as horror films tend to be more earnest nowadays, and it was really great to see this film not take itself too seriously and have a lot of fun with the concept that's playing with. And it reminded me quite a bit of The Final Destination, but done in a more prestigious and classy way. The film primarily follows these two boys, the sons of the man that tried to get rid of the toy monkey, and the grown-up versions of the boys, as they are identical twins, is played by Theo James, and he's got a lot to do in this film because he obviously has multiple roles to fill, and he does it very well. This is the best I've seen Theo James, and I was really impressed by him. I thought he was awesome in this film, and he's come a long way from being the bully douchebag in the In-Betweeners movie, because that's where I first saw him, and I think he did an amazing job here. I really liked his character, and the brother that we follow primarily, I did think he did a great job with, and his reactions are amazing to what is happening around him. I thought he did some really amazing reactions, and I really thought he great in this role. I will say there's one particular scene that involves a swimming pool where I absolutely loved his reaction. I thought it was so well done, and I'm not sure if it was scripted, but I thought he reacted in such a honest and realistic way. It was really funny to see. It's important to mention as well that this is a Stephen King adaptation and it's based on his short story, I believe, which I've not read yet, despite the fact that I really love a lot of Stephen King's works, and he's a big influence on me in terms of creativity, and I really love Stephen King's works. I'll have to have a look at this short story. Speaking of Stephen King, there's a misleading use of an iconic Stephen King character within this film, and I'm going to give a minor spoiler. It's not something that affects the story at all, but I will put a spoiler alert over there. We don't want it. I wanted it. Yeah. So I'm going to put a spoiler alert there for the spoiler that I'm going to talk about. It's a minor spoiler, like I said. It's not something that really affects the narrative, but I wanted to make mention of it. And there's a misleading use of an iconic Stephen King character's name as an Easter egg, despite the fact that it's not the same character. It's just got the exact same name, and it's purely done as an Easter egg. And that is the character of Annie Wilkes from Misery. And we're led to believe that this is the same person, but it's actually not. It's just the same name that they used as an Easter egg. So that is something that I was a bit disappointed with. I thought there was some interconnectivity that would have been quite unique with this film, but that is not the case there. I did think this was a really fun time, and if you're looking for a horror film that doesn't take itself too seriously, I think this is the horror film that you want to see. And I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was a great bit of fun, and I'm excited to see what Osgood Perkins does next, as I think he's a very creative and impressive force in the horror industry, and I believe he could be akin to someone like Mike Flanagan within this space, and I think he can really thrive and be a really prominent name within the horror genre. Love my time with the monkey. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. This was a really fun, inventive, and well performed and written film. I thought it was really well done, especially from the kid actors as well. I thought they did a great job in the film, and there was some quite difficult scenes, so it's always great when you have kid actors that really know what to do and they can handle the scenes really well. And Theo James gives incredible performance, and a lot of the film rests on him, so I was really impressed by what he did here. I thought it was outstanding, and I can't wait to see what he does next as well. So that's the review for The Monkey, guys. Let me know what you think of the film if you saw it, if you're interested in seeing it, and I really appreciate you watching Smauglings. So I will see you soon. You guys take care, and I will see you soon.